Hey Sag, thank you for joining me here on Energy to Elevate. We are going to hop right into your July reading. I did go ahead and pull a few cards from the Sun and Moon Tarot, which is to the right of me. This is kind of a pre shuffle to get some guidance that I meditated on a little bit. I also pulled three cards, three oracle cards from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses oracle deck to get kind of big picture theme. We're actually going to dive in with the tarot and for each of these cards to get a more fuller picture of your July. And then we're going to top it off with the Soul's Journey oracle cards just to pull some advice cards for you guys. So let me talk about the pre-shuffle. When I was really meditating over these cards, I heard and felt think twice. So I think in the month of July, um, you are going to be faced with a few choices as well as balancing some things out. Twos were all over your pre shuffle. Like you got the Two of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, Temperance, which is all about balancing out two extremities, and then the Moon card, which represents Cancer. Cancer, the Moon could also be associated with twos in a lot of different ways. So nonetheless, I feel like in July, it's going to be very important for you to make decisions and choices from a very balanced place. I think that not only will you be trying to balance out your thoughts and balance out your money, it also seems like you need to be very strategic in your choices. So when I said think twice, it looks like when it comes to career, finances, you guys are really, I want to say plotting out your moves, but you're being very strategic and making power plays in the month of July is what I feel. With the Temperance card here, again, I feel like that's just doubling down on the notion of the need to get balance in all areas of your life. So I think in July, water is healing for you. Spending time outdoors, so like water as well as earth is important. Partnerships are key. Cooperating with people is key. But overall, this feels like you have the ability to control your July. I mean, we all have the ability to control most things in our lives, but your ability to make sound, balanced, rational, well thought out choices are paramount for you in July. So that's enough for the pre shuffle. Your oracle cards, I got Angel of Joyfulness, something wondrous and magical is about to happen. What's the first card? The second card I got for you for July is the Angel of Healing. The angels have felt your sadness and have shown up today to send you healing. And then Angel of Guidance. A renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. So in July, you could be, especially with the Angel of Healing and Temperance card here, really trying to recalibrate your life, recalibrate your emotions, trying to make sure things are evenly keeled, not killed, keeled. Really getting clear on what exactly you want to see in the physical and aligning all things spiritual, emotional, mental, so that way those things can come forth. With the Angel of Joyfulness here, I feel like also expect blessings, expect things that you have not quite seen yet. I don't know if that makes sense. So I guess I'm saying expect to be surprised, to be awed, for things to change within a second, within right in front of your face, right in front of your eyes. Because the Sun card was also your kind of like your guiding energy when I pulled out the pre-shuffle. So I don't know, but we're about to find out. Let's take a deeper dive with the tarot to get a big picture, clear sense. What's going on with Sag for the month of July? What's going on with Sag for the month of July? Starting with the Angel of Joyfulness. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, my beautiful guardian angels, ascendant masters, love and light. Only you're welcome here. Only your divine guidance, wisdom, and insight is welcome here. Please clarify for Sag. Tell me about the Angel of Joyfulness for Sagittarius. Angel of Joyfulness. Angel of Joyfulness. Thank you. Okay, Sag, so we got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Wands in the upright, the Fool in the reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles in the upright when I clarified Angel of Joyfulness. So in July, I really get the sense that you're going to be required to take action. In the months leading up to July, maybe the first half of the year, you kind of were in like this time out type energy where you were really spending a lot of time reflecting, doing a lot of internal work, deep soul work, focusing on your emotions, focusing on yourself, really spending a lot of time thinking about next steps, ascending for a lot of you guys. January through June could have also posed some financial setbacks, or things just weren't moving along as quickly as you thought they would be. Maybe you were expecting an offer to come forth, and could be a promotion, could be a new job, hearing back after submitting applications, that type of thing. And with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, it's like either you didn't get the news you expected, or there was no news at all when it comes to finances. And that could have been the reason why you needed to heal and really go into hermit mode to really rethink and get refocused. For some of you, this could have been a job loss. You could have lost your job and lost your financial stability, which kind of puts you into this hermit energy. I feel like even though things weren't prosperous, or you could have, had some financial setbacks, some financial delays, I feel like foundationally wise, like when we're talking about like your basic needs, your most essential, like those foundation things is, I'm doing a horrible, I shouldn't say foundation things, but the basics, like, I can't think of the word right now. Like when you think of like Maslow's hierarchy, there's a hierarchy of needs. I feel like your most basic needs were still being met and provided for, even though a lot of days and a lot of nights you spent in uncertainty. I do feel like you were definitely depressed down because of finances. And some days were truly a battle. Some days you weren't sure what you were going to eat, how things were going to get paid. Could have even spent a lot of nights crying, emotional, that whole thing. But joy comes in the morning. nonetheless, I say all that to say that I do see and recognize that finances have been affecting your emotional well-being, your mental health, and July is going to feel like, I got it. July is going to be the month where you get this good news. July is the month that's going to bring you in a beautiful new passionate beginning, something where you're going to be starting off brand new and fresh. And I think that's what this whole something wondrous and magical is about to happen for you, Sag. I feel like it's definitely when it comes to finances, with these three cards here, the Ace of Wands, the Fool in Reverse, and like I said, the Knight of Pentacles. You are definitely getting good news when it comes to finances. It could be a new job offer. It could be someone blessing you with a substantial amount of money. But it is something that is going to allow you to feel light again, feel free again. You're going to be able to move forward just more stable, more secure. I do want to clarify the Fool though. I feel like the timing is something to do with the timing here when you get this news, but I do see and feel that good news is coming into you. It may not be what you're used to making or something that you're used to doing or something that you feel comfortable in doing. I feel like if it is a job offer, it might be something that's going to require you to step outside of your comfort zone. And so you may be a little hesitant at first, a little bit fearful, a little bit, uncertain. But what did it say? Great things never came from comfort zones. I feel like in July, you're gonna get a blessing, but I feel like it's gonna be a little bit bittersweet in the sense that it is going to be everything that you wanted, needed, could ever imagine, but at the same time, it's gonna require you to make to take some steps towards it. It's gonna require you to get out of your comfort zone. But I feel like this is what you need. This is, if you're able to get out of your own way and put in the hard work and put in the effort and really take a leap, step out on faith when it comes to finances, I see it substantially paying off for you, Sag. So that's kind of like maybe the Two of Swords to say like the double-edged sword in a sense, where it's like, I don't want to call it a blessing and a curse because it's not a curse, but it's a blessing that's going to require you to take some steps as well. So nothing in, what is it? What is I hate to keep using quotes, but I just got another word for you. Nothing worth having comes easy. I feel like this is extremely worth it, but it's not going to be easy in the sense that it's not something that you're used to. It's going to be a complete new beginning. It's going to be different. It's going to require you to change and make some changes and adapt. But if you do change and adapt, I see it being very beneficial for you. Okay. Let's look at the Angel of Healing. What about the Angel of Healing for Sag? Okay. When I clarified the Angel of Healing, I got the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Devil, and the Eight of Wands, all in the upright. Didn't I say in the beginning of this reading that July was going to be about choices? I feel like another choice that you're going to be presented with in July is the choice of whether to stay or walk away from a person, a relationship. I feel like this is a relationship. Could be a friendship. I mean, when I say relationship, it could be with a significant other. It could be with a friend. It could be with a family member. It could even be a job. Or, you know, there is a situation where you're being encouraged to walk away, or you're going to be presented with a choice. You're being presented with a choice of whether or not to stay or walk away. And I feel like walking away is difficult. It's the difficult option because of the emotional investment that you've made here. You could also be faced with the choice to walk away from a friend group, multiple people at one time, where you feel connected, where you feel comfortable, known, seen, or where people look up to you in a sense. So this may be a job that you've been at for a substantial amount of time, where you, like I said, have a lot of close friends, people hold you in a high regard, but you could have reached the highest point within this job. Maybe there's no more career growth where you are here, and you're considering walking away, but there's something you still feel tied to, bonded to, maybe even passionate about with the Devil card here. Or there's a fear tied to who you'll have to become in order to move forward, or how people will look at you if you decide to move forward. Maybe you're worried about your reputation and what people will say, how you'll be perceived. There's something you may fear you may have to protect yourself against if you do decide to leave and to move on. There's definitely a sense of words, what will be said. I think what will be said, what people will say, or maybe what you'll say, how you'll communicate this desire to change, this desire to move forward, the strong passion that you have to do something different, your desire to seek out your joy, your passion, that which brings you to life, what lights you up. There's a sense that you feel as though it's tricky. I feel like there are a lot of intricate pieces to this departure. In your head, I feel like it doesn't seem like it's very clear cut. There isn't a clear path to exit. So you're thinking very closely about what to say, what needs to be communicated, and how you will make this transition gracefully. There's something about you not just being able to leave the way most people would leave. And whatever this is, a relationship, a job, whatever this is, it's like there's something about it where you cannot leave the way other people have left. It's like you have to show up. I don't want to say show out, but it's like there's something about this that stands out. There's something about your exit that's different from other people's exit. And words are important. The way you do it is important. I don't know. Let's clarify. Tell me more about this Six of Swords with the Temple. Why is the Six of Swords here? What is the Six of Swords? Yeah. If this is a relationship, you fear that, I feel like you've been waiting for the right time. You've been waiting for the right time. And there's a fear as well that if the timing is wrong, if I do this incorrectly, then you'll do a disservice to the other person. Maybe you're afraid of breaking someone's heart, or the karmic I can't think of the word, not karmic reciprocity. Essentially, you are concerned, like you want to do this in a targeted way. You're being very, I guess I'm saying, you're being very precise about this decision. And it's something that's been weighing on you for a long time. It's something that emotionally deep down inside, when you, like your gut has been telling you, you need to move on, or you need to move forward, you need to release this, you need to let this go. But a part of you feels bonded, and you haven't been able to communicate your feelings clearly. You've been waiting for the right time, and the time just hasn't come. I feel like you may have even been engaging with another person. Like there may be another person who you want to move forward towards. Or you're fearful about the karma. Because you're entwined with someone else, there's something a little tricky here. I feel like it definitely may be another person. I feel like you may be going back and forth between two lovers. And it's like deep down inside, you have a very strong connection to someone who just walked into your life one day. And then on the other hand, you have time with the other person. And so now you're worried about karma in the sense that you, deep down inside, like you're not a bad person or anything like that. You want to do the right thing. I don't feel like you want anyone to get hurt here. And you've been hurt and you've been bogged down in the relationship where you have time. And the one where there's this connection, this spark, it just feels right instantly, suddenly, out of nowhere with this other person. And so you spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to end the relationship where you have a lot of time in. But a part of you is still fearful on losing out on this person. Even though you may have not been happy for a long period of time. A part of you doesn't want to disappoint them. And you're uncertain how to communicate the truth about you wanting to move forward with somebody else. Oh, Sag. What y'all got going on? Okay. Let's keep it moving. Tell me about the angel of guidance. Sag. Tell me about the angel of guidance. Sag. Tell me about the angel of guidance. take that one because I kind of feel like I slapped it. Let's get one more angel of guidance. Oh, maybe it was supposed to come up. It's at the bottom of the deck, so we'll read that too. In July, I do think that you are going to come to some clarity here. You got this, oh sorry, the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I do think that there is going to be clarity amidst all of the confusion, all of, because I do feel like the uncertainty of figuring out which choice to make was really had you in distress. I think there's an end to this distress. By surrendering. I think by surrendering this choice to the higher power, getting out of your head and just taking some action. The clarity comes when you get out of your head, when you get out of your own way, when you finally decide to make some steps, when you finally decide to step out on faith and just have some trust in the decision that you make and your ability to follow your passion, follow what makes you feel alive. I feel like initially you may feel like you have to defend your choice, your decision, your wants. You're going to have to defend what it is that you want. Or you may feel like you have to defend what it is. But if someone doesn't really understand your position or your stance, even after you've explained it, then it's not really your responsibility to keep explaining yourself and your wants. I think you're going to have to be okay with letting other people sit in their feelings. I think after you make this decision and this choice that it's okay to know that you're going to have to sit in these feelings for a little while before moving forward, and it is going to hurt because with any loss, there's a grieving process. I think there's a need to allow yourself to grieve, but also know that after you grieve this loss, after you take these steps and move forward, even if you have to go into a dark place, you will come out, you will emerge stronger, more victorious, more alive, more of your new self. I think that's what it's talking about. A new sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. You're going a different way. You're being called a different way. And a part of you might be overthinking it. You're overthinking it because you feel so much. You care so much. But sometimes we can be our own biggest enemy when we become stagnant. We allow fear to keep us comfortable, or we become kind of like a prisoner in our comfort zones. And I think July, you're going to find great success, Sag, in stepping out of your comfort zone. You're going to find, like this says, a renewed sense of direction and purpose. You're going to feel so much more alive, so much more free, so strong, so victorious, so alive after you make this choice. So I need you to be encouraged and know it's okay to take pleasure in the things that you do. It's okay I don't know if I get that's why I keep hearing it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I think God wants you to know that it's okay. The decision, I don't know if you haven't been okay with it, you've been worried about it, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay, Sag. All right, let's pull some lesson. Let's see what the lessons are that are posing themselves for you in the month of July, and then we're gonna close it off with some prayers. Okay, what lessons are popping up for Sag to learn in the month of July? What lessons are posing themselves for Sag in July? July, Sag, what are the lessons? That one slid, that one didn't. I'm gonna take this one. Discipline, relationships, and self-esteem. The discipline card says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So in July, discipline is going to be a key factor in your success. You're being encouraged to know that you are limitless. You create your future. You create everything around you by setting your mind, by setting your intentions, by knowing, believing, and then putting action towards those things. What is it? A goal without action is just a dream. So take action towards your goals to make your dreams a reality in July. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Ooh, Lord. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So I think this ties more into that whole, remember I was talking about the duplicity, number twos, the yin and the yang. Know that like attracts like, love attracts love, fear attracts fear, faith attracts faith. The more you become what it is you want to become, the more you will draw that into you. So if you're seeking love, start vibrating at a higher level of love. Start showing more love. If you want faithfulness, start being more faithful. If you want prosperity, serve other people, share your prosperity with others. So yeah, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So in the month of July, Sag, you're being encouraged to know that you are a unique gift to the universe, that there's no other person like you. There's a need for you to be confident in who you are, and also to know what a gift it is to people when you're around. I also feel like there's a sense that I just felt this, people don't know what they have until it's gone. I feel like, Sag, for you, a lot of times you may not quite realize how your absence affects people. So people feel the blessing that you are when you're present, but they also feel and miss the blessing that you are when you're absent. So there's a need for you to look at yourself in a higher regard and know exactly what it is that you uniquely bring into people's lives, what makes you different, and to really see yourself in a higher regard, and to know that anyone who has the pleasure to know you is blessed indeed. So I hope that was encouraging to you, Sag. If it was, please show me some encouragement by liking this video or subscribing to my channel. I will see you back here for the mid-months. See ya.